100%, much more than before. Because this is the right time psychologically to preach among the Sikhs. Another idol which they created is broken down. They are in a state of mass frustration. And this is the right time when the new ideologies can make openings into the people. So psychologically this is the most opportune moment for Muslims to preach among the faith. So we better read, and thank you for this reference because it gave me opportunity to remind everybody about this. Please.
सिखों की बुक है ये जपजी बुक है, उसके अंदर लिखा हुआ है कि वक्त न पायो काजियां जो लिखन ले कुरान। मेरा ख्याल ये भी उनकी पेश गोई है कि उनको ऐसे मौके के ऊपर उनको ट्रबल न डाले जाए और जब कुरान के मार्ग लिखे जाए तो उसकी मेरा ख्याल है सिखों को सजा जरूर मिले जिन्होंने नाफरमानी की।
और जब ये श्लोक, is it a श्लोक they call their worship? Sikhs call their worship what? Shabad. A श्लोक is Hindu.
जब गुटका का नाम है जी की पॉलिसी है।
हाँ वो कौन है एग्जैक्टली शब्द नहीं किसी पॉलिसी। So the body verse like that, in this verse, there is a controversial opinion about this verse. Some Ahmadi scholars, the most prominent among them, is convert from the Sikhs and a very pious man, Sardar Abdul Rahman Sahib Singh, whose son, Dr. Nazir Ahmed, happens to be here nowadays in England. He was a very staunch proponent of this view, that this body means Kadnya. The word he used was Vakna Paro Kadnya, the Likhan Lake Quran. And during that time, in pre-partition days, he used to make the young boys remember this and go to the villages, and we also, I among those, to remember this body, and when we took the villages and preach them, armed with this body particularly. But there were other scholars who opposed him on this. They said, no, you are putting words to the mouth of Guru Gobind Nanak, which he never said. What he said was Qazi, which means the Muslim justices. Now, this is not acceptable because it also has some objection. Because he should have said Maulviya, not Qazi. Because Qazi never listened to the Quran, they never indulged in this activity of listening to the Quran, in the writing and promotion of the Holy Quran. They were just justices. So if he had that in mind, he should have said, Bhakta Paro Maulviya, they listened to the Quran. So what is the compromise then? What is the way to compromise between this Kadnya and Kadnya? The compromise is very evident, because Kadnya is a distortion of the word Kadnya. In the olden days, when people pronounced Arabic well, the word was Kadnya was always pronounced Kadnya. Even today, when you write Kadnya, the Arabs will pronounce it as Kadnya. So, in fact, it is not a distortion, looking at it from this angle. It was a true pronunciation of Kadnya. What we would pronounce as Kadnya, a knowledgeable person, a scholarly person, would pronounce otherwise. He would say Kadnya. So, this is exactly written in Urdu script is Kadnya. So, when he said Vakna Payo Kadnya, he did not say Sa Alif Dal Kadnya. course he said, Sadhana with God. And this was exactly the name of Sadhana. Sadhana in the olden days was Christian, as we say nowadays in English, and it was named Sadhana, was named Sadhana. And it is said, it is written in our literature, that by the passage of time, because of the distortion in pronunciation, ultimately Sadhana gave way to Sadhana. But I feel there is no reason for that justification, because it didn't happen that way. It happened this way, that the true pronunciation of Sadhana, was Sadhana, has never been Sadhana. So it was not a distortion of pronunciation, but a distortion of scripture, script, method of writing, nothing more. So the Mesa and Masadharma Sametin could have well be very nice when he said this was a prophecy about Sadhana. The first name of Sadhana was actually Islam for Sadhana. I know that. But I think I can comprehend the word Sadhana. When we read the history of Sadhana, now the reference to the history of Sadhana, for example, the system of Buddha and the system of Sadhana, the whole idea is given and it says that Islam, being a longish part of it, was dropped out ultimately. And by the passage of time, only Sadhana remained to be known. And then many English scholars have perverted this explanation, that by the passage of time a distortion took place and Sadhana changed to Sadhana. This is correct, that distortion took place, but I am pointing out that distortion did not take place in pronunciation, but only in the method of writing. Distortion of course there was, but it was in the writing of the word, not in the pronunciation. Because all the scholars of all time would have pronounced Sadhana as Sadhana. Now you follow my point? Yes, please. How did the meaning of Khatam Nabi travel like last respect when we don't find any authority supporting this meaning? The word Khatam is also a reflection which says Khatim instead of Khatam, this was mentioned last time. So that was one reason for giving the sense in this direction, that perhaps it means the last. The second reason was, in fact, it was not Khatam itself, but the tradition of the Holy Prophet which said La Nabiya Ba'da. And there are many versions of such tradition. The Arabs have their main support from those traditions and give it a meaning closer to the meaning they understand from La Nabiya Ba'da. So that is the main reason why it happened. And the third is given by the Holy Quran itself. The Holy Quran does not say that the concept of Khatam al-Nabiyyin or there being the last, the prophet to be the last, is a new concept. The Holy Quran points out that it is a psychological phenomena which has always been present in the history of religion. So the Holy Quran mentions Christ as a psychological process for the denial of prophethood. And the Holy Quran warns the people that it happened before, that you invented this idea, that after a certain prophet, there will never appear another prophet. So we warn you that this is a wrong view, this is an erroneous view invented by you, Allah has said it. So the two places where it is mentioned are one Surah Yusuf. Now, I think some other surah, but with reference to Surah Yusuf, it is mentioned that when